pay real good money. And I be trying to tell people, listen, they hiring it. They starting at like 25, 26 for a hollow driver. And I'm trying to put my boss in. I told my boss that grill stop smoking. Oh man, I'm good at what I'm doing. I said, okay.
Our people got a slave mentality, brother. That's why they don't want to seek out the Most High. Right? They don't want to deal with the Bible because this Bible basically reproves your lifestyle. A lot of people don't want to change, brother. Bring it out.
It's the book of John, chapter 7 and verse 7. And it reads, Salaki, going off what the brother just said, the world cannot hate you, but me hate it, because I testify of it that the works thereof are evil. But it's 3:19.
Yeah, John 3:19. Get it, yeah. Bring it up.
John 3:19. And this is the condemnation, that light has come into the dark.
Like that light represents, right? That light that's coming to the world represents the knowledge, the understanding, the light that you shed by you keeping the commandments and walking as a righteous example to the earth. Read on.
And the man loves darkness.
What?
And the man loves darkness.
Men love darkness, meaning men love to be in wickedness. Men love to eat crab, shrimp, lobster, pork. They love to smoke weed. They love to smoke cigarettes. Read on.
Rather than light.
Rather than what?
Rather than light.
Rather than this knowledge. Read on.
Because their deeds were evil. For everyone that doeth evil hateth the light.
What?
Hateth the light.
They hate the light that you shed, brother.
Right.
That's why they don't want to hearken to you, because they hate the knowledge that you're bringing out to them.
Right.
Read on.
Neither cometh to the light,
Neither cometh into the light. Read on.
lest his deeds should be reproved.
This is what?
Lest his deeds should be
They
reproved.
don't want their deeds to be reproved. That's why they're not going to come into the light. Break it out, brother.
It's the book of Sirach, chapter 21, verse 6. He that hateth to be reproved is in the way of sinners, but he that feareth the Lord will repent from his heart.
Give me Proverbs chapter 15, verse 10. That's right. You got to repent from your heart. You got to be of a contrite spirit, like the scriptures say. Proverbs chapter 15, verse 10.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 15 and verse 10.
Y'all come hear the Bible. We out here for y'all, man. Bring it out.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 15 and verse 10. Correction is grievous unto him that forsaketh the way,
Say correction is grievous unto the man that forsakes the way. Read on.
and he that hateth reproof shall die.
So the Lord said they're going to die. Plain and simple. Give me 2nd Ezra chapter 8, verse 3. Give me Matthew chapter 12, verse 46. Bring it up.
This is the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 8 and verse 3. And it reads, there be many created,
Right, because the Most High created all these people that you see out here on the Riverwalk. Read on.
but few shall be saved.
But what?
But few shall be saved.
Only a few is going to be saved. Only a remnant is going to receive salvation
Right.
from the Lord. And bring that out, brother.
Matthew 12 and 46. While he yet talked to the people, behold, his mother and his brethren stood without, desired to speak with him.
Right, this is Christ. So while he was teaching in the temple, his mother and his brother was desiring to speak with him. Right, read on.
Then one said to him, behold, thy mother and thy brethren stand without, desiring to speak with thee. But he answered and said unto him that told him, who is my mother? And who is my brother? Then and he stretched forth his hand
And he pointed at his disciples. Read on.
toward his disciples and said, behold my mother and my brethren. For whosoever shall do the will of my Father which is in heaven, the same is my brother and sister and mother.
Right, so your new family really is the ones that's keeping the law, statutes,
Right.
and commandments. Right, because your old family, they not keeping the law. Right? Hey, you got to face the fact they might get put to death by the Most High.
Right.
So your new family is the brothers and sisters in His truth.
That's right.
You know what, man? That is, you know, my daddy, I was like, he just sit there and listen. He went, you know what I'm saying? I tell my sister, she was like, you know what, no, because part of I told my sister, I was like, listen, one of the most high tell you can't celebrate Christmas. We just still celebrate. Yeah, I'm still celebrating.
Yeah, see, that's rebellion. Give me 1 Samuel chapter 15, verse 23.
First Samuel 15, verse 23.
Samuel chapter 15.
Y'all used to see this witchcraft? This is the book of 1 Samuel, chapter 15, and verse 23.
Bring it out.
And it reads, light too.
Brother got some light.
This is the book of 1 Samuel, chapter 15, and verse 23. And it reads, for rebellion is as the sin of witchcraft.
What the Lord say?
For rebellion is as the sin of witchcraft.
Read on.
And stubbornness is as iniquity and idolatry.
See that? So when you rebellious, that's equivalent to you being a witch and a wizard in the Bible. Like the Lord said, witches and warlocks supposed to get put to death. Thou shalt not suffer a witch to live. You see that?
Well, like I say, man, my family, like I said, I've been trying to tell them, they losing, man. Oh, yeah.
Reset. Bring it up.
All right, first, I got two precepts to break down to you, fam. All right, this is the book of Sirach, chapter 37, verse 12. And it reads, but be continually with a godly man, whom thou knowest to keep the commandments of the Lord, whose mind is according to thy mind, and who will sorrow with thee thou shalt miscarry. So you have to be, like the brother said in Matthew 12 and 50, your new family is going to be those that follow the Most High Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. You're going to have to let go of your family members that are rebellious. Because, and it's hard. We all have family members that we love, but we have to leave. And according to the scriptures, this is Matthew 10 and verse 34. And this is Yahushua speaking. Think not that I come to send peace on earth. I came not to send peace, but a sword. For I have come to set a man at variance.
At variance. So a man is going to be set at variance, at odds. Read on.
Against his father, and the daughter against her mother, and the daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law. And a man's foes shall be they of his own household.
See that? So a man's enemies are the men of his own household. When you start walking after Yahushua, they're going to start rebelling against you. Your family members, they're going to be, you got to cut them off. That's what the Lord is saying. A man's foes shall be they of his own household. Right?
And it reads, he that loveth father or mother more than me is not worthy of me. And he that loveth son or daughter more than me is not worthy of me. And he that taketh not his cross and followeth after me is not worthy of me.
That's right. That's part of being afflicted in the truth, by letting go of your loved ones.
And like I be trying to tell people, like this preacher, I got a friend who preaches. He inboxed me. He was like, I said, I got to talk to you. I've been lying about these people, man. I want to talk to you. You got to keep it. You got to talk.
Yeah.
He's like, well, give me your phone number, and I'm going to something because I don't know like you. I need somebody like you. Hey, get him. Like I said, I know certain things, but I'm not. Y'all beats at the game, baby. I love it.
Praise to the Most High.
They all day. They just say, let's say I got my own way. I'm telling the partner, you know, I shouldn't say that, but my man was like, hey, explain to him what they are and whatever. He said, hey, I see what you was doing for all you. I see it now. You know, it's true. You gotta know who you are. He was like, I'm gonna bring you on my podcast. There's gonna be another preacher. And they be coming at you real hard. I said, okay, you know what I'm saying? I walked into the TV, I was like, I remember my man from Woo. Yeah, you know, studying. Like I said, I need some brothers like y'all to come with me, man, to sit down with me, and they gonna be
We'll come with you, brother.
That's what I need.
We want all the smoke.
That's what I need, because they really don't know what's going on. And it's like, I asked a preacher, I said, what's God's name? He said, yours? Now Yahweh. She said something other than I said, man, I ain't got to talk to you. His name Yahweh. You wasting time with me, bro.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? And why do I feel changed? Since I got this truth.
Yeah, 77. Bring it out. What do you want? Bring that out, and then I get 21.
This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 7 and verse 7. And it reads, Surely oppression maketh the wise man mad.
Oppression make a wise man mad. That's why you feel so, angry, irate sometimes, because we being oppressed by the so-called white man.
Right.
Read on.
And a gift destroyeth the heart.
And a gift destroys the heart. That's talking about these different celebrities and high status that receive gifts from the so-called white man. That's why they bow down to him and coon out, because they getting fed by the so-called white man.
Right.
That's why a gift destroys your heart.
Yep.
But oppression make a wise man mad.
Yep.
But with that anger, brother, you got to learn to control it.
I do.
Right? Because you don't want to be out here beating up Edomites, right? But I know you don't do that. I'm just
Say it
saying.
again. Say it one more time.
You don't want to be out here beating up Edomites, brother.
Say it one more
Hey,
time.
brother, I don't want to do that, man, but sometimes, they come like, I demand my respect.
Right. Of course.
And so, Eric walked in front. I was about to say, man, and it's me, it's some vibe.
Give me Zephaniah 3 and 8.
I don't want to be mad all the time. It's just, but when my brother, hey, my brother, what's going on? I'm soft to my brother. Hey, my brother, you got to know this.
What the Lord tells you to live peaceably with all men, right? Because Scripture say vengeance is of the Lord, brother. The Most High, through His Son Yahushua, He's going to pay back these devils in their face, brother.
That's right.
But you have to be patient. You have to control your spirit, like it states in Proverbs chapter 16, verse 32. But bring that out, brother.
Luke chapter 21, verse 19. In your patience possess ye your soul.
The Lord say,
In your patience possess ye your soul.
in your patience possess ye your soul. So you got to be patient with these damnations, brother. We know it's hard to do, but you got to control your spirit, man. Like a real king, a real man of understanding, a real priest, he's going to control his spirit, right? He's going to know when it's time to go to war with these devils. He's going to know when to hold his peace.
Right.
You got to be calculated in this thing. You got to be a thinker.
Sometimes, man, like I say, something like I say, brother, man, I love my people, man. I'm just sorry to say it.
No, you know what?
You know what I'm saying? I want to be making, you know what I'm saying? See, I work with a lot of motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? I got Chinese, it's just like that, man. Yeah,
Bring it out.
Zephaniah.
Zephaniah 3 and 8.
This is the book of Zephaniah, chapter 3, verse 8. Therefore, wait ye upon me.
What the Bible say?
Therefore, wait ye upon me,
So the Lord said, wait for him, brother. Read on.
saith the Lord, Yahweh, until the day that I rise up to the praise.
He's going to rise up to the prey. I mean, he's going to judge all these wicked nations that oppress us.
Right.
Read on.
For my determination is to gather the nations, that I may assemble the kingdoms, to pour upon them my indignation.
That's going into World War III. Because the Lord is putting the spirit in these different nations to rise up against each other, to murder each other, kill each other via World War III. So you don't have to do nothing, brother. You don't have to get physical with these devils. The Lord said He's going to fight for you. Give me Exodus 14 and 14.
It's the book of Exodus, chapter 14 and verse 14.
It's one of my favorite scriptures. Bring it out.
And it reads, the Lord shall fight for you,
The Lord shall fight for you. Read on.
and ye shall hold your
And
peace.
ye shall hold your peace. You don't got to do nothing but fear the Lord and keep His commandments, and the Most High going to fight for you.
I hear you, man. I love that.
That's crazy.
Sometimes I'm like, oh, man. I try to keep my
Give me Baruch chapter 4, verse 25.
I try to keep my peace.
Well, that's good, man. That's a good thing.
I keep my peace.
I know you can do it, brother.
I know, I
Yeah.
could. It's just, some people just cross me the wrong way, I'm very protected. That's what I am.
Right.
Protected. My mom, I was protected from getting hurt. You know what I'm saying? I step back. I'm getting hurt. I'm protected. I'm with you, bro. I'm protected.
And that's a good spirit to have. That is a good spirit to have.
I'm very protected, man.
Bring this out. Baruch chapter 4, verse 25.
It's the book of Baruch, chapter 4 and verse 25.
God.
And it reads, my children suffer patiently the wrath that has come upon you from
So
Yahweh.
the Bible tells us to suffer patiently the wrath that has come upon us from the Lord. Because remember, we've been chastised right now for the sins of our forefathers. So everything we're going through, the Lord set it up. Read on.
For thy enemy have persecuted thee,
Thy enemy have persecuted us. Read on.
but shortly thou shalt see his destruction, and shalt tread upon his neck.
But shortly you're gonna see the destruction of your enemy, and you're gonna tread upon his neck. But right now you have to suffer patiently the wrath that has come upon you from the Lord. You're being chastised.
I appreciate it, brother.
Appreciate you, brother.
Yes, sir.
Praise the Most High.
Let me get this precept real quick, brother. This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 16, verse 32. He that is slow to anger is better than the mighty, and he that ruleth his spirit than he that taketh the city. So you have to control yourself, brother.
I do. Hey, man, listen, I do, man. Just if a white person cross right now, I do. She be trying. Okay, let me tell you a quick. I was in the fruit market. Where was that? Randall. And I'm minding my own bit. I'm gonna have you on my own. I'm in my own space. Right. And this ain't gonna reach over like this. I see it. Right there. I said, what you doing, man? Is that wrong for doing that?
Nah, you was right, brother. You can't have no Edomites reaching over you, you know.
He's like real. Over here, and she know me. And she
That's what I tried to say. No. I think he said, excuse. And before I know it, he was okay. Then he was okay. I'm like, come on. I said, let's just go.
Yeah, I'm like,
You know.
Well, that was just Satan trying to tempt you, brother. Right? Trying to get you jammed up.
Hey, you know what, man, brother, man? Like you said, I gotta keep a level mind. This
Matthew
right
chapter
here,
10, verse 16.
like my man right there, he's crossing. I was like, man, so like
It's all
you say,
about controlling your spirit.
exactly, man.
That's all.
I see y'all brothers, y'all like this. I be seeing y'all on YouTube, I'm like this, like,
Bring it up.
This is Matthew 10, chapter 10, verse 16. Behold, I send you forth as sheep in the midst of
We're
wolves.
like sheep in the midst of wolves. So we have to be humble. We have to be patient and lowly. But we in the midst of wolves. We in the midst of grievous people. We in the midst of murderers, thieves, adulterers, all kind of wickedness. Read on.
Be ye therefore wise as
You
serpents.
got to be wise like a serpent. The Lord is telling you, you got to be kind of wise like a snake. You see how a snake move is subtle, right? It kind of stay out the way, kind of creep up on you. Patient.
watching.
You see, calculated. That's how you got to be. Read on.
Be ye therefore wise as serpents and harmless as
You got to
doves.
be harmless like a dove. Dove
Man,
don't
how
hurt
y'all
nothing.
do it? That's a big question. How y'all? I see y'all like these people like,
Give me Romans chapter 12, verse 19.
I be like, how they do this? Bro? I just,
This is the book of Romans chapter 12. This is the book of Romans chapter 12 and verse 13. 19, Salakia. And it reads, dearly beloved, avenge not yourselves, but rather give place unto wrath.
Read on.
For it is written, vengeance is mine, I will repay, saith the Lord.
So the vengeance is of the Most High. You just gotta wait for your Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. He's going to repay, brother.
I got you.
Look it up.
This is and this links up with what the brother just said. This is Proverbs chapter 20 and verse 22. And it reads, say not thou, I will recompense evil, but wait on the Lord, and he shall save you.
That's talking to you.
I know. Y'all be like this. Y'all chill out. I know I understand what you're saying.
Romans chapter 13,
I
verse
should calm down more, but I just, if I'm on that side,
right.
I don't know.
Gotta be wise as a
Hey,
serpent.
y'all just calm.
Yeah, the scriptures tell you also you gotta agree with your. That's right. That's Salakia. The scriptures also tell you gotta agree with your adversary quickly, right? Because these devils they waiting for an opportunity to kill you and lock you up, brother. Right? You don't want to put your family in that situation, right? Because if you get locked up, they throw you under the jail. That's gonna put your family in a situation. So you gotta be a thinker. You understand?
Yeah, you're right.
Bring it up.
This is the book of Romans chapter 13 and verse 1. Let every soul be subject unto the higher
The
powers.
higher powers is talking about the government. Because remember, the Lord set up the so-called white man right here. So you got to be subject to it. Right? Then you got to stop at a red light. Right? You got to kind of agree with your adversary quickly. He give you a ticket, you got to deal with it. Okay? You can't buck up against the so-called white man right here. Freedom.
For there is no power but of Yahweh. The powers that be are ordained of Yahweh.
Right? So the Most High ordained it for the so-called white man to rule right now in this time. Right? He set up these different nations to be taskmasters over, to afflict you, to oppress you. But you got to deal patiently, brother, because the Most High, he's going to send his son back. He's going to wreak havoc on these devils, bro. And that's the patience and the faith of the saints.
Saints.
Oh, bring that out, Revelation 13:9.
Huh. This is the book of Revelation, chapter 13 and verse 9. And it reads, if any man have an ear, let him hear. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints.
Here's the patience and the faith of the saints. That's right. That's what we patiently waiting for, brother. All
It's
praise.
just like, y'all just be so y'all. I mean, y'all just like, if you're like,
You know why we so calm, brother? You know why we so calm? Because we know the Most High, Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, He got us.
And Salak, we also understand that it's all spirits, it's demons. You gotta look at this thing on a spiritual level. These demons trying to take you out the spirit to get you jammed up. Right? Bring it up.
This is the book of Numbers, chapter 23, verse 19. Yahweh is not a man that he should lie, neither the son of man that he should repent. Hath he said, and shall he not do it? Or hath he spoken, and shall he not make it good? So all the promises that he promised us, brother, it's going to happen, man. We have to just wait. We just got to just wait. Just relax and be patient. It's coming, bro. It's coming. It's coming.
Praise to the Most High.
I appreciate y'all, brother.
All praise to the Most High, brother. How about your power shot? All right, brother.
Y'all have a good night.
Take your number, brother.
Yeah.
Take your number.
Oh, you man.
God.
Come on, cut it.